Alright, so hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor Alexis. This is probably like the first time I've introduced myself. Basically, I've just been working. As you know, I work as a security analyst. And so I've just been working and traveling. So as you know, I moved to Bangkok, Thailand, January of this year from Florida. A big move, but probably the best decision that I made in my life. Today, I wanted to give you guys a full real look at what it's like to be a security analyst working overseas, because a lot of people have been hitting me up. A lot of you guys have been hitting me up and just wondering what type of work do I do and how do I balance that while working in Southeast Asia when my employer is based in the States. So yeah, it is around 11 a.m. right now, so I'm gonna actually start off with some work, but I don't actually have meetings until around 1 a.m. I have 2 meetings tonight, so at 1 a.m. as well as at I think 3 a.m. So this is really, I'm going to actually record my whole day, or at least the main part, so you guys get a real good understanding of what I do and how I do this and how I'm able to still run around Bangkok and everything like that and explore. So yeah, I want to do that. I think this video will be helpful because in this current role, I'm not really specializing in anything. I'm more of a generalist, and I'm working directly under a virtual CISO or a vCISO. And we work with a lot of different clients, and a lot of our clients are based in Silicon Valley, and they're tech startups, and they usually have AI SaaS products. So really cool, working with a lot of cool different technologies and everything like that. And there's different requirements for different clients. A lot of our clients are coming to us for SOC 2 compliance, or they're trying to be compliant with maybe another standard such as ISO 27001. And they also have other obligations such as being HIPAA compliance, NIST. Oh, and I have a new camera, so I hope you guys like the new camera quality. I got the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and I was definitely inspired by Isaiah Ashley, because I remember when I was filming the video with him, the condo tour, which I think a lot of you guys came from that video. I was like, how does my skin look so good in that video? I was like, what filter are you using? He's like, that's just a camera. And I was like, oh. I was like, okay. So I bought this at MBK, one of the big malls here in Bangkok. They have a DJI store. And yeah, I bought it. It was $700 or something like that for the creator combo. And yeah, because it's been hard to find this camera. It's been sold out in so many places. But I was able to, snag one of these, so I need to take advantage and use this, and film as many videos as I can. I'm gonna be talking about different things, not just about work, but yeah. So right now, for right now, the focus of today is I'm working and I am also studying. So right now, I think I don't know if I told you guys about my certification goals, but basically I'm trying to go for the CPCS from Hack the Box and OSCP. And then eventually CRTO, which is Certified Red Team Operator. So I'll kind of explain these certs briefly. But basically CPTS, that stands for Certified Penetration Testing Specialist. So it's an ethical hacking cert. It's hands-on. You're given 10 days to compromise different machines and get flags and everything like that. And it tests your knowledge of Active Directory, which I already have prior exposure and knowledge of Active Directory, attacks and everything, from when I took the PNPT. I believe that was last year when I took the PNPT in January, February, which is, similar, where you're given, 4 or 5 days, I think, to get domain administrator in a network. And it starts off with having to form OSINT and having to find information online to be able to get initial access. And then you start, and then you compromise a few machines to it. But yeah, I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to take you guys with me. So let's go. So quick little intermission while I'm doing these shells and payload module on Hack the Box. Like my goal for today with the CPTS is I want to kind of knock through the shells and payloads module and the Metasploit module, and then I'll start working. But I wanted to a quick shout out to Shro. I'll put his like username. He was popular like on TikTok. Now he's pivoted on over to Instagram because I banned him because TikTok has terrible security. I know from personal experience because I'm currently being impersonated. So yeah. But I actually just like reconnected with him, and because like we met a few years ago on Twitter because I had seen him, you know, making these like videos about like a hacker group or whatever like that. So I followed him, and then like we just started like talking, like, and he's like mad cool. It's really, really good energy. But yeah, you know, we just like reconnected and we were both talking. We were both actually going for the CPTS and then the OSCP. So like we've been like talking, and you know, I was like on Discord with him and just like watching him do like a Hack the Box machine, because like I haven't done a Hack the Box machine in like months. But then like he's like, oh, I'm trying to like troubleshoot. I'm trying to, you know, I still use like FTP server, blah blah blah, and like I was like, oh, it just like brought back up like memories, and like I just instantly, you know, thought like, okay, like have you thought about this? Like have you that? You know, because he was trying to like connect to like a server, it wasn't working, blah blah, and so we figured it out. I need to get back on my stuff because I have not studied in months, okay? And I, you know, I was like, you know what, let me get back on this. So I'm on day 3, restarting my whole journey. Okay, so I just changed out my backpack for my bag, and I'm gonna be heading out for lunch right now before work starts. So let me show you what Bangkok is looking like right now at around 6 p.m. Hold on. Yeah, very, very nice. Okay, I think my ride is here, so about to get on the motorbike and check out this spot called Chinen Wine Bar. It looked like it had some good pizza, probably got some pasta, so I wanna check it out. All right, so here we go. I got lasagna and yuzu soda. This is the most interesting looking lasagna I've ever seen. But yeah, let's dig in. So now we're back in my place. Just had dinner, so it was pretty good actually. I did like that lasagna. It was interesting looking, but I actually really did like it. And so now I gotta start with work. So actually, I want to show you guys like the view that I have at night. I wonder if I can show you. Let's see. Hopefully it's not too late, but I'm up in my room. So this is the view. I get up the city. I have like probably one of my favorite things I really like about this place is like how high the ceiling is. But yeah, this is my view at night. And there's actually a little stream, if you can even see it, down there. So it's just, I really, really love it. I am thinking about getting like a new place when my lease ends in January. I was kind of wondering like, you know, where do I want to go next as far as like, do I want to stay in Bangkok? You know, do I I was kind of thinking about that actually, about, if I was going to like, stay in Bangkok, or am I gonna, try to find maybe somewhere else in Thailand to like live. Like, there's actually a place in Koh Samui, but like, we'll see. Yeah, I'm taking you guys on that journey, but yeah, so let's get to work. Actually, so now we're up in my room and I'm gonna get prepared to actually do some work tonight. I work from, I believe, 8 p.m. all the way to 4 a.m. I have 2 meetings for Monday, which is technically my Tuesday morning. So I have my first meeting at 1 a.m. and then I have another meeting at 3 a.m. And then after that, I'm done. Yeah, I wanted to kind of give you guys like an overview of like what I've been doing at work lately. Like my job was initially GRC, but it's expanded to also include application security and everything like that. So that's why like I do different things, and I've learned a lot in this role, which is why I love this job. But yeah, so for instance, like last Friday, I gave a presentation to a team of software engineers on application security. So I introduced topics ranging from risk assessments, threat modeling, how to triage and prioritize incoming CVEs, CVE alerts, how to secure the SDLC, or software development lifecycle, and how to test for OWASP top 10 vulnerabilities in web applications and how to protect your web applications from them. So yeah, like it was actually pretty cool. We covered a whole lot of topics, and it meant a lot for me to actually present that, because my ultimate goal is to become an application security engineer, and I want to do web app pen tests and secure code reviews and stuff like that. So yeah, like it was pretty cool to be able to teach like those topics and everything like that to a engineering team. So yeah, I did that. So now it's like an hour and a half. Now I've been tasked this week with writing a security white paper. And so I didn't know what that was. I had to Google it. So I actually did a lot of research, like reading like security white papers from companies like Dropbox and Slack and Notion that has theirs like publicly available. But basically, a security white paper is a document that outlines like all your security practices, and so it covers how you're so it covers topics like how are you handling encryption, and how are you handling access control, and what are your policies that you have in place, what are you compliant with, and everything like that. And so that's actually due by end of this week, so I'm definitely going to start working on that. And then also what else do I have going on? I will also have to catch up on the bevy of like security questionnaires that I have to do for one of our clients. So like basically with these security questionnaires, how they work is that, let's say like you have a SaaS product and there are companies that are interested in using your products. They will send like security questionnaires that can range from 10 questions to 100 questions. It depends on how deep they want to go. And they'll ask you a whole bunch of questions regarding, what is your business recovery? What is your business disaster recovery plan? Can you summarize that? Can you provide like your latest pen test? Are you SOC 2? Are you SOC 2 compliant? What policies do you have in place? Again, how are you encrypting data at rest and in transit and stuff like that? So, and it helps with like securing sales, like getting sales and everything like that. Because if you are able to prove, that you are adhering to security standards and best practices and everything like that, that helps gain like customer trust and stuff like that. I've learned a lot about security from a business standpoint working directly under the VC. So like, I feel like it's really helped me. And then also, I think a lot of my knowledge that I've gained from like learning like pen testing and even DevOps and other stuff like that, you would just be surprised by just like, how like the projects and the deep dives that you do when you're just like learning like tech stuff can like really help you like on like on the job and everything like that. Like for instance, I have like some knowledge of like DevOps and stuff like that from like learning, because just out of sheer curiosity of just knowing, of like wanting to know how things kind of like all come together and like how things like work. For instance, I learned how to build and deploy applications. Like for instance, like I learned, how to build CI/CD pipelines with Jenkins, for instance, and GitHub Actions and everything like that. And how to integrate security tools such as like in scanners and everything like that into your CI/CD pipelines, because I was like, okay, like for instance, and it all just stemmed from, okay, like me knowing like I want to get into application security, and I want to, one of the core tenets of application security is being able to integrate security into the SDLC lifecycle. So I was just like, well, let me really get like a hands-on understanding of like how like that works and everything like that, because I'm a hands-on learner. I like to build stuff and everything. So, you know, I dived into AWS and, you know, GCP and whatnot, and mainly AWS. But like, yeah, you know, it's just like those things like actually have helped me so much, like in this consulting role and everything, because like our clients, you know, they're working with different tools such as Datadog and GCP and whatnot like that. So, and just from like doing like, you know, tutorials, like building little projects here and there, like I have a good understanding of like, you know, what is going on and stuff like that. So it makes me like a more useful, I guess, security analyst like in this role. So yeah, like and if you guys are like interested in like, you know, doing projects and like hack the box machines together and all that kind of stuff, like if you're interested in application security and pen testing, like definitely subscribe and like drop a comment below. Like we can build some stuff out together on here. But yeah, enough of that. All right, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. All right, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This has been like the longest that I've filmed a video. Like this will probably be like my longest video that I've like put out so far. But I really wanted to give you guys like a raw, honest like look into like, you know, my life as a security analyst and everything. Balancing not only like working like overnight, typically like 8 p.m. to like 4 a.m. sometimes up to 7 a.m. depending on where I'm at in the world, because I also travel while working. But I'm also like studying for these like certifications and everything like that, and trying to also have like, you know, trying to also like and just enjoy my life, like living abroad, like living in Thailand, making friends and everything. It, you know, has like its like pros and cons. I've definitely learned a lot in like the 9, almost 10 months that I've like lived in Asia. Which I am excited to kind of share with you guys, like the lessons that I've like learned, like making friends out here and everything and stuff. So if you have like any questions in general about cybersecurity, or about living in Thailand, just please like shoot me down, like just please like shoot your questions down below in the comments and everything like that. Let me know what you think of the video. I do not know if I'll make a whole lot of like day in the life of a security analyst videos or security engineering videos, just because like it'll get pretty boring, like, and I can't show you guys like all the details and everything like that. But hopefully this video gives like a good idea, and I still will make like cybersecurity videos and everything like that. Actually, my next video I wanted to cover like my OSCP journey and like the tools and the resources that I've like used and like my plan and everything like that. So yeah, if you guys are interested again in security engineering, application security, pen testing, all that, and like living abroad and traveling abroad while working in cybersecurity, then subscribe. So yeah, you guys have a great one. Bye.